Speedway, the Enon, Ohio-based chain of more than 2,760 stores in 22 states, is the second largest company-owned and operated convenience store chain in the United States. It has almost single-handedly sparked loyalty programs in the C-store industry with its Speedy Rewards program, which now has approximately 5 million active members. Speedway is a direct reflection of its president, Tony Kenney. Under his leadership for the past decade, Speedway hasn't just grown to become one of the largest C-store chains in the industry, but also one of the most innovative, profitable, and charitable retailers in the United States. That's because Tony has an incredible passion for his job, always striving to execute on Speedway's 5 core values: health and safety, environmental stewardship, integrity, corporate citizenship, and an inclusive culture.
The qualities that Tony expects from his team is to treat our people like he treats us, fairly, have a high degree of accountability, and really, he expects us to get the job done.
The number one priority at Speedway is people. The people that come into the store, the people that work there, our communities, just people.
Tony is a high-quality individual that's committed not only to, I think, his company, but to our industry and to the people that he works with.
Our mission statement is to be the customer's first choice for value and convenience.
And when you get a leader that exhibits that and is very, very humble, very true to his word, very genuine, it kind of brings that culture because he wants the best of us. He wants the best practices of everybody and how we continuously improve.
Tony has a strong compassion for encouraging and allowing folks to become to their full potential. So he does care for the employees, and they can see that when he walks into a store.
Speedway selected E.B. Brown to be its exclusive supplier in the Midwest over 20 years ago. Since we've been joined at the hip, our core values have evolved together. The Speedway way and the E.B. Brown way has become synonymous. And thank you to Speedway, we've become a better wholesaler to other convenience retailers looking for leadership in the industry.
October 1st, 2014 is a monumental day in the history of our company.
Since being named president of Speedway LLC in August of 2005, Tony Kenney has regularly reached out to the employees of Speedway to highlight performance, recognize milestone achievements, and share important company news. He's also demonstrated his passion publicly for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and more importantly, the kids that these hospitals support, through his direct involvement in some of Speedway's TV commercials throughout the years. Speedway has earned a reputation as a shrewd business that lets data determine how to best shape the Speedway offer to customer needs. Its commitment to doing the math on everything from assortment to the timing of promotions has helped transform Speedway into a reliable revenue driver for its parent company, refiner Marathon Petroleum Corporation.
One of the things that really impresses me about Tony, he never puts himself on a pedestal above any employee, whether they're the executive team of Speedway or whether the newest person just hired in a store.
Gary-Tony show together is really quite an experience. I think having that kind of leadership stacked into one organization is really powerful.
I think Tony has a relentless attitude towards improving business.
He takes a lot of pride in what he does and how he accomplishes his task.
The P&L is certainly the bottom line for success, or the first line of success that gets measured. So I'd say that having an accounting background, a financial background, has allowed him to dig into the numbers and ask questions about LIFO and things like that.
He had this vision, let's bring everything down to one common denominator, being light product break even. And he's been able to drive that and drive our costs down at the stores while at the same time driving our inside sales.
Tony's other great success has to do with our Speedy Rewards loyalty program.
He's more of a supporter that will make sure are you not only looking at the next play, the next game, the next year, the next 3 to 5 years. So he's very much a visionary.
Tony was the one who really started our Speedy Rewards program.
That was launched in 2004, a little over 10 years ago.
Tony kept striving for the best, and let's take this to a new level.
The iPhone wasn't even invented and mass marketed until 3 years after that. And now Speedy Rewards has millions of their customers as a part of that loyalty program. They're using their iPhones, their websites.
So that the customer would have speed at the pump or speed inside the store to recognize what the Speedy Rewards program was giving them that day.
I think they've been very innovative for a very long time.
He really had a keen sense of what the customer wanted, value, convenience. He really knew what that meant.
He drove this to be what we think is one of the best, if not the best, proprietary program in the business.
Tony has a strong finance background, but he also has a passion for people and for the community, and that resonated with Tony right away as he came on the board and got involved.
Like most organizations, Tony would say that people are Speedway's greatest strength. However, unlike many organizations, Speedway really does possess a tight community of employees with shared values.
I think one of his life mottos is that individuals will rise to the expectations given them.
Think of him as a football coach. He'll give you the ball. He's not a micromanager, so he'll let you run the ball, and as long as you're progressing, he lets you run the play.
Tony's a great leader, and I think great leaders, the first thing that would come out of Tony's mouth is about his team.
They've raised us up. They have made us better, and they've done that because of their ability to connect with us, engage with us, share their vision with us, listen to us and get our perspective.
Tony and his team are comprised of individuals that have great personal integrity, that have amazing commitment, not only to their own company, to Speedway, but to the industry and to their communities.
Speedway may have a big store footprint, but it has an even bigger heart. Speedway is the fourth largest contributor nationally to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, raising more than $68 million in its 24 years. And much of that money has been raised in the form of nickels, dimes, and quarters by Speedway store associates, encouraging customers to donate spare change at the checkout counter every day.
As Miss America, I serve as the National Goodwill Ambassador for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, which means I have the privilege and the honor of visiting many of the 170 member hospitals all across the country. It's the best part of my job, and Speedway, partners like Speedway, make all of this possible.
Back 24 years ago, we had a number of charities that we supported, and at the end of the day, we really didn't do justice to anyone in particular. So the decision was made back then to pick one and do it across the entirety of the company and get everybody involved. And it was a great decision because it truly is a big part of our culture.
We have ambassadors, as many children's hospitals do, and these are children that usually have had significant amount of services at our hospital, whether it's cancer, whether it's surgeries, chronic illnesses.
When we were first diagnosed, and I say we, it's really, I have nothing to do with it because she's the tough one, but Olivia was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma when she was 3 years old. They told me that Olivia probably would not make it to her first birthday.
He's loved by our children.
He knows these kids. He knows their stories.
He knows what's important to them. He knows what makes them happy, and he personally connects with them.
We first met Tony Kenney in 2010 at the Raleigh Hospital for Children annual luncheon. Olivia was being introduced as the Children's Miracle Network champion. For 2011, she was going to represent the state of Indiana. So that was the first time that we met him. For us, I think knowing Tony Kenney as the CEO and president of Speedway is a huge honor and privilege. But at the same time, he's so genuine and down to earth and kind-hearted and just the regular guy.
Tony doesn't know a stranger, that's for sure. He's the most outgoing and just genuinely sincere person I think I've ever known.
He knows the numbers. He knows the statistics. He knows, he's very involved. And, I just think it speaks volume about his character and his personality and the company that he runs and how successful it is.
And that sincerity it shines through. So you get to know him pretty easily.
He's a great guy. He's caring. He is amazing. I don't know how to describe him. He's just a great person.
And so the impact that he's had on those individual children, it's just amazing.
Tony Kenney, you're my hero.
$2 million in 24 hours. That's what Speedway's 24th annual Miracle Tournament raised in 2015 for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The annual golf tournament, held at the NCR Country Club in Dayton, Ohio, is the centerpiece for Speedway's charitable fundraising year.
Children's Miracle Network is near and dear to Tony's heart. That's one of his passions. Some of the activities that we do are the in-store rallies, asking for change. We do the golf outings.
This golf tournament is kind of an amazing story. It started maybe about 15 years ago, and it was just a small outing where we just had a few guests, and we weren't really trying to promote a lot of fundraising during the event. It was most of all a little thank you for a lot of our vendor partners and our customers and friends. And then it has started to evolve into something where we realized that we can make it something special.
Under Tony's leadership, they've taken it to an entirely new level.
In the last 4 years in particularly, Speedway has been a major contributor, last year contributing over $8 million.
And that money is going to go straight to helping kids in need, and it will stay right here in the local greater Dayton community.
They know how to do it right. It's driven by Tony's commitment, his care, his big heart, and the passion he has.
They raised millions and millions of dollars for Children's Miracle Network, to give people hope, to give kids like me hope, and every other kid.
Tony and I have been married for 35 years. We met at Marathon. I was working there in the accounting department and out of high school, and he graduated from college a couple years later, and then was hired with Marathon, and our cubicles were back to back.
To me, my dad's best accomplishments, let me say, have always been as a father. What he's done for me growing up, even now, I'm 28 years old, it still hasn't stopped.
I remember when I was a little kid that when you filled out, what do you want to be when you grew up, I knew I would always write in, like, I want to be an accountant, just because that's what my dad told me that he did back then. I wanted to be like him when I was a little kid. When I still had hair, I parted it like he would part his hair.
He should have an award for being a great dad, but if there's no awards necessarily for that, so maybe he'll get this award, and I'll call it his Great Dad Award.
He's very passionate about Speedway. My mom oftentimes jokes. I think it makes her more nervous than she lends on to believe that she's nervous what he's going to do, when he gets to the point of, retirement. He'll be an 80-year-old man, and he'll just be walking into a Speedway and critiquing them on what they should be doing. But that would probably be him.
Each year, Winsight and CSP Magazine honor a retailer for his or her superior leadership, innovative spirit, and positive impact on their organization and the industry at large. For these reasons and more, we're honored to recognize Tony Kenney of Speedway as the 2015 Retail Leader of the Year.
Congratulations, Tony and Speedway, on being selected Retail Leader of the Year.
Congratulations, Tony Kenney. Congratulations, Tony and Speedway, for being honored as Retail Leader of the Year.
Congratulations, Tony. You really deserve this award. Thank you for all that you do.
Hi, Tony. Congratulations on being selected as the Retail Leader of the Year and Speedway. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for involving me, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations.
And just want to thank you, congratulate you and all of your team for the miraculous work that you do.
Thank you, Speedway. Congratulations, Tony.
Tony, thank you very much. Congratulations. And I think this is a terrific honor that is well deserved. All the best.
Congratulations, Tony and Speedway, for Retail Leader of the Year.
Tony, thank you. We'll always be eternally grateful for the opportunities that you and Speedway have provided to us.
We cannot think of anyone that's more deserving than you and Speedway to be honored at this event and to be honored in winning this award. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Tony, for you and Speedway to be selected as Retail Leader of the Year.
Tony, congratulations on being named Retail Leader of the Year. A well-deserved honor for your hard work to make Speedway a top company in the Dayton region and in the nation. Under your leadership, Speedway has brought more jobs and attracted great talent to Ohio, particularly in Clark County and the 42 stations across Ohio's 8th Congressional District. And coffee isn't bad either. So, thanks for your hard work and your commitment to our community. Again, congratulations.
I'd just like to say congratulations, Tony.
we're just really proud of you, Dad. We're proud of you for what you've accomplished.
Congratulations, man. I'm proud of you.